Alright, so if you guys are not caught up with the drama yesterday, I believe Atsu mentioned about Braxophone in this long ass 33-40 pages Google documents. Alright? Saying stuff about, you know, all of this stuff. Wait, this is Braxophone's Google document. Holy. Braxophone has its own document now. Okay, let's see. Braxophone responded, "Please stop lying about me. All of this goes against what we spoke. One-on-one. I feel gaslit and betrayed. I'm sorry about what happened, but I'm not to blame." So Atsu lied about Braxophone. What? Braxophone signs with saxophone? Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to... What level is his anger? I have no idea. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Atsu did mention a lot of things about Braxophone and saying that Braxophone is trying to... I don't think he blamed Braxophone for a lot of stuff, right? He just said Braxophone tries to put himself in the entitled position to try to get into the party or whatever, which is very, very weird. I privated the initial document at your request to get people off your back. Seeing you use it now as ammunition again also really effing sucks. I really wanted to be done with this and I was ready to let you post everything you felt and not argue with you so that you could get closure. But you have lied about both me and the conclusions we came to together. Your mental health should not come at the cost of others. So Atsu lied. Wait, Atsu lied? You're gonna be alright? Only the damn off who didn't read the document are against you? Damn. Okay, let's see. What is this about? Final response. Okay, let's see. Final response. Essay? Yeah, essay. Atsu has the power to blacklist creators from working with Hoyoverse. So this is what Braxophone said. I cannot prove it. Okay, makes sense. I don't think anyone has the power, to be fair, right? Atsu has the power to give contracts to creators working with Hoyoverse. No proof of it happened for me specifically. Looking at screenshots from Atsu's own document, it looks possible a year ago plus. Wait, a year ago it looks possible? Atsu spreads hate of Braxophone to other creators and industry professionals. Literally done in the screenshot shared by Atsu. Atsu spreads hate of Braxophone to other creators. Did he though? I mean, he did say that he didn't like Braxophone. I don't think that's hate though, right? I think that's pretty much it. Because Braxophone appeared him in a weird manner, that's what he said, right? Also discriminates against white male creators. I deleted this from my document early on. I had connected some dots with me, Tectong, Brand, Doro, Goose, all not ever being reached out to when an effort was made for other creators. It was removed within an hour because I realized I was wrong for posting that, and clearly that wasn't the issue. D. Jonathan was also mentioned. Okay, so yeah, discriminates against white male creators. I don't think it's true, right? Because it's like, it looks possible is no proof at all. It looks possible for which one? Spreads hate. This one. Looks possible. This one looks possible from a year ago. Yeah, it's not a proof. I don't know which document. Was there a separate thing that I didn't look at? Year ago plus. Okay, Atsu only games with people who are bigger streamers in his immediate friend circle, or specifically a woman. Certainly seems this way with big streamers at least. Can't speak to it currently. Atsu only games with bigger people who are bigger streamers in his immediate friend circle, or specifically a woman. I'm not familiar with this, so I like, why is this a problem though, right? If somebody wants to play with big streamers or only women, who cares? Also befriended creators such as Ant, Dish, Tuonto, Lily Pichu to use them and grow. I don't know all your history. From what you've told me, I no longer believe this. Atsu has privately warned Tecton about Braxophone. This is true. So Atsu, this is back when Atsu was friends with Tecton, I think. So Atsu warned Tecton about Braxophone. Okay. Atsu blacklisted or had Braxophone uninvited from parties. This was Jake, not Atsu, okay? Atsu brought people back from a photo to specifically exclude Braxophone at OTV party. This is true. Brought people back for a photo to specifically exclude Braxophone at OTV party. Is this true though? I thought the photo thing was a different event, right? Yeah, I think that one was a different event. I'm not sure which one is this one specifically for. Atsu is silencing people to protect Zai0X for undisclosed incidents. I'm not sure about the Zai0X. So, like, this guy got dragged into this. Like, I'm not familiar about this person. He's not silencing anyone. Zai0X assaulted people. Wait, what? He assaulted? What? No way. What do you mean? No, I think you're confused with the voice actor. You mean the sexual allegation, right? No, the sexual assault is a different... I don't think it's this guy. It's not this guy. This is not the sexual assault. There was a voice actor in Genshin, and I don't know who that is, actually. Yeah, I don't know who specifically that is. Atsu is covering up sexual assault. I don't know what this came from, but no. Okay. Braxophone warned Atsu about a Genshin voice actor at the OTV party. I did as I was asked by another voice actor the same day to warn other creators who have collabed or might have collabed with them. Okay. Who is the other voice actor? I mean... I guess this is a bit weird because the first interaction that Braxophone and Atsu met, he brought up this thing. Imagine the first interaction you had with someone and somebody tell you about, yo, you know this guy, he sexually assaulted someone, allegedly. I mean, like, that's going to be a weird conversation. As someone that you meet the first time, I think it's just a bit weird, right? Braxophone contacted 3 different Hoyoverse staff regarding Atsu. I only remember contacting 2. One was me venting about feeling specifically isolated by that clique, and they took it upon themselves to reach out. The second was in an attempt to contact Atsu. Okay, still 3 or 2, I don't know. Braxophone knew about the pay cuts Atsu was taking from other creators from Hoyo staff. Yes. Pop quiz for Atsu. True or false? One of your closest friends lives with a Hoyoverse staff member. Huh. Okay. True or false? You receive multiple requests from Hoyoverse to give suggestions on which content creators would be good to work with. True or false? You have a private Discord where you joke about me and with your friends. Private Discord where you joke about me and with your friends. Like, who cares? Like, why is he having his feelings hurt about some people make fun of him? I mean, like, people make fun of me all the time. Not getting an invite to Jack's party is not the sole reason for my document. Okay? You made it known to friends that you prefer I do not attend events you are at. Like, again, I don't know about this, but posting sponsored videos does not mean that a creator has signed a long-term contract. Okay. You or some of your friends were on a long-term Hoyoverse contract sometime within the past 2 years. So he wants a long-term contract. He's not happy with the sponsored video, is that? Huh. Kick streamers but on steroids. People trying to destroy someone's career they build up just like that. They don't play Genshin. They sit and wait for drama then write essays. Huh. People make fun of me being a black woman. Damn. They create drama. True or false? You or some of your friends were on long-term Hoyoverse contracts with 2 years. Breaching NDA can have dire consequences. NDA can state that you are not allowed to disclose that you had an NDA or that an NDA exists, with the caveat that it can be disclosed under a court order or other methods for legal action. One may need to deny that they got a contract to avoid hundreds of thousands of dollars in repercussions. Your mental health is neither my fault nor my responsibility. Your fallen in viewership in Genshin Impact directly correlates with the game's overall viewership, and not my document. What? Why is this even a thing? Did Atsu ever mention anything in the document that we read yesterday? The 50 pages document? Did Atsu ever mention about his Genshin Impact viewership falls off? I don't think so, right? I don't think there was ever a mention of that. I don't know why is this here. You lied to your audience about the conclusions we reached in person pertaining to this drama in order to make yourself seem more like a victim. You betrayed my trust and dragged my name through the dirt after I was open and honest with you about everything, even confiding in you as you did with me, despite our long talks and discussions about everything, working together to find solutions. Okay. So what is this for? Pop quiz for Atsu. These have a score. Yo guys, how many out of 14 guys? Answer key. True. True. So everything is true. Wow. This drama is so wild, why not just make content and ignore other creators? I don't get it. Because drama is content? Because Genshin is dying? Pointless shit? 7 out of 14 is the passing rate? Okay, before I say anything else, before Braxophone come out and say anything else, he's truly sorry for what has happened. No matter what has happened between him and Atsu, I'm grateful you are still alive. Ooh. Alive. I'm not going to sit here and act like everything I say in my initial document is true. But I will say I'm genuinely sad because I felt like we had worked everything out. But your newest document broke the trust I had in you from our more recent discussions because it basically shirks any and all responsibility from you onto me and paints me into a villain that's ruined your career and life. So Braxophone is the villain that destroyed Atsu's career. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. I feel betrayed. When I spoke to Atsu, we worked through a lot of what happened from both perspectives. I believe after that dinner and many calls and discussions, we were both ready to move on. Okay. Atsu did make it clear to me that he wanted to make one last post clarifying everything. And I can respect that, as some of the claims I made in my initial document are not true or can't be proven. The nature of this work with NDAs, Discord calls, and he said, she said is that there are going to be things that can't ever be proven. My first mistake was assuming. Ironically, that was also Atsu's first mistake. I want to start this by stating I feel like any reply I have to this will put your mental health in the dirt and put you at risk. I'm not sure how to handle any of this. Mental health is incredibly important. I'm sorry that Nekopi cheated on you. I would never wish that upon anybody. I also would never want you to take your own life. Your life has a meaning. You are important. You matter. And despite how much shit you're getting, everyone wants you here. It is absolutely awful that people are targeting and harassing you. And I hope that those who are reading this won't antagonize or instigate to put your mental health in a worse state. Alright guys? Do not put Atsu's mental health in a worse state. Atsu, he's not doing very well. Alright? Mental health is important. Take care of your mental health. Alright? Is Braxo a woman? No, Braxo is a dude. Oh, what do you mean? This is a dude, right? He doesn't show face cam on his videos. But yeah. I am wishing the best for you. And I hope you know that you have many wonderful friends who support you and care about you. And if you ever want to talk again, despite everything, I will be around. Wow. Wow. Okay. There's some things I need to clarify. I was going to be silent and let Atsu get his closure without arguing and take it on the chin. However, after being called a Zionist, receiving multiple death threats, and screenshots of my family and their social media pages, I need to address these lies. Okay. So at first, Braxophone was going to let this slide. Braxophone was like, okay, Atsu is not in a good mental health. His wife cheated on him. He tried to commit, the stuff, but he tried to self-harm. But hey, Braxophone is like, after he got Atsu's fans go after him, he's been called a Zionist, whatever that means. Okay, let me look what does that mean? What does that even mean? What? Not familiar with these woke terms. A person who believes in the development and protection of a Jewish nation? Israel? Oh, it's something to do with Israel? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, he received multiple death threats, screenshots of my family. Ultimate Jew. Oh, I didn't. Jewish religion. I don't even know that actually. This is the. I think I've heard of this term before. Yeah. Pro-Israel as a country. Yeah. Did he say anything about him being pro-Israel in the document? Where did this come from? Israel and why did Israel and Palestine got dragged into this? Okay. Anyways, first off, Atsu's document frames me to be a liar on all fronts, which would imply I acted maliciously with the intent to misinform. Okay, so what did he lie about? Let's see. This contradicts both what we spoke and publicly and privately, as both Atsu and I spent countless hours discussing the points that were and were not true. Some of the major points were related to nepotism, claims with contracts and deals. Here is what is true. I did not want to bring this up due to privacy concerns, as this person could lose their job with this knowledge being public. Okay, I didn't say anything initially in order to protect them. What I told Asmongold on stream is that Atsu's close friend, Tuwonto, Jake, and some other creators lives with the Hoyoverse staff member. Okay? What? Wait, what? Atsu's close friend live with the Hoyoverse staff member? I will not name them unless they ask me to. I have always felt this staff member does their best to remain neutral and unbiased. But I believe that there will always be some bias when you live with and are close friends with a creators and have the ability to bring them deals from the company you work with. I also believe that since the initial document Atsu made, Hoyoverse has made more of a concentrated effort to reach out to a wider variety of creators and get creators more involved than before. I don't know if those two things are correlated, but I appreciate it nonetheless. So Jake apparently lives with the Hoyoverse staff member, Tuwonto. Tuwonto lives with Hoyoverse CEO? Damn. I mean, not CEO, but just a staff member. I don't know what position they have, but that's pretty crazy if you think about it, right? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It is going to be the CEO, not the CEO, right? The CEO is Dawei. No wonder Jake. I remember seeing Jake manage to meet Dawei in like one of the video. I think I remember somebody told me about that. Atsu friend lives with Hoyoverse staff. Atsu is in charge of Hoyoverse. Okay, so that's good, right? There are many examples of things that do not make sense to myself, community members, and other creators. Okay, what is this? There are other people in that house. They are invited to events and are given Hoyoverse opportunities, even though they do not create Hoyoverse content. Okay, I mean, that's how it works. That's how it works. You live with a Hoyoverse staff member, you get the opportunity given to you. That's how why does it need to make sense? If you live with someone, like how many of you guys here, you live with your parents, you get an opportunity to work in your parents' company. Like, why not? Like, that's just how life is. How many of you guys, maybe you live, okay, maybe you live with a roommate, your roommate's dad owns a company, and he offered you a job, maybe like something like that. Like, what? It's not that surprising. How is that surprising? That's just how the world is, right? My roommate helped me to get a job. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like this is not that crazy. So okay, number 2, the Hoyoverse opportunities that creators in that home and friends of have received have been rather large and consistent. Okay, again, number 1 and number 2 is pretty much the same, right? Yeah, if somebody is a Hoyoverse staff, live with you, yeah. You play Genshin for 3 years, but I heard some stuff about content creator, but I never thought about this mess. Damn. We should support him, nepotism is a thing, right? Like, I know for acting as well, like if your dad is an actor, and then you have a son that wants to be an actor, it's like easier to get your son into acting compared to most other people that starts from zero. Like it is a nepotism is like something like if you are family with someone, like if you have connections, it's like easier to get into the industry generally, right? There was always a consistent same group of people at every Hoyoverse official event. Sure, the smaller creators would get rotated in and out, but basically whoever was friends with Hoyoverse staff would attend every event, from being sponsored to conventions to other offline events within the first couple of years of Genshin's launch. You can see Anime Expo, ANYC, Gamescom, live offline events in LA, NYC. Again, all three of these are just how it works, right? This is not unique. This is not unique to Hoyoverse. I'm sure if somebody lives with an AMD staff, they might be working in AMD, you know, have a job in AMD. Somebody is working with, you know, Honda or Toyota, you know, they maybe get a job there as well. It's not that unique, I guess, for me. Maybe like in some countries it's more, This is how Northwest got their part in what? Lion King musical. One creator, BTMC, barely touched any Hoyoverse games 1 year after Genshin's launch, yet would attend events as a Hoyoverse creator. To my knowledge, he also lives at the Hoyo house. Okay, let's find out then. Who is this BTMC? We're gonna find out and see if it's true or not. BTMC. This guy, is it? I assume it's this guy, BTMC, okay. Very massive channel, making the best beat ever. Osu, what happened to BTMC? Osu, TwitchCon. Wow, he got 3 pre-C, wow, rich. Okay, he's an Osu player, it looks like. Okay, so apparently he lives with Hoyoverse stuff, is it? Again, yeah, I don't see him make Genshin. The content creator that solely focus on Osu. I see. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with people preferring or continuing a prior working relation. Yeah, I guess so, eh? I cannot confirm this one personally, but I've heard from multiple friends that people that rarely or never cosplay are granted paid opportunities due to their relationship to the other creators in the Hoyoverse house. I didn't even know there's such a thing. There's a Hoyo house. I cannot speak to all opportunities granted as I'm not someone who lives there. But for the first 1 to 3 years of their game, Hoyoverse opportunities were mainly given through specific content creators, many of which will work directly with creators and befriend some of them. Those friends would be the first to receive messages about opportunities. Okay? I am not blind to the fact that I have had many opportunities. Just because I am fortunate now in the 4th year since Hoyoverse largely grew to be working with them, does not mean circumstances are all the same as they were previously, and does not mean that nepotism does not exist. Of course nepotism exists, right? But what's the point here, right? Is it Atsu's fault though? I don't get it. So okay, I'm trying to be neutral, but what does this have anything to do with Atsu, right? It's like Atsu's friend, is it? It's Jake or Tuonto in that case. I will let you decide if you believe that nepotism could be at play, rather than making bold claims. Nonetheless, whether there's nepotism or not, it doesn't look good to literally live with a staff member, which is just a small part of why I made the claims I did in the first document. Okay, sponsored videos are not always related to long-term commitment contracts. I cannot legally disclose whether or not I personally got a contract, but I'm aware that many of your friends had or currently had contracts and are unable to speak on them. Regardless of whether or not Atsu can pull the trigger, or who actually gets one, clearly Hoyoverse has asked him for assistance in naming creators for opportunities, which I hope he realizes means he does hold some power. But there was never a proof of that though, right? Regardless of whether or not Atsu can pull the trigger of who actually gets one, clearly Hoyoverse has asked him for assistance in naming creators for opportunities, which means he has some power. Asking for recommendation doesn't mean you have power, right? I don't know. So yeah, not too sure. Brax sounds entitled. I'm not sure if he's entitled or not, but I feel like a lot of these things doesn't seem to have anything to do with Atsu, right? Which I'm kind of curious. What does this has anything to do with Atsu, right? It's not Atsu's house, right? This is someone else's house. As of this one, other thing, this one is like, again, Atsu is recommending people because Hoyoverse staff reached out to him. I will also add that I feel my first document was missing a lot of information that myself and Atsu later discovered by filling in the holes of each other's stories. A lot of the negativity towards me was not just Atsu's feelings but also Tuonto's. At this point, Atsu, stop throwing yourself under the bus for your friends. And to those reading this, please stop putting creators on a pedestal. These people are not your friends. nor are they gods. They are human. Some of them will do awesome things and some of them will do horrible things with their influence. If you ignore the bad, you are enhancing the problem. Damn. Enhancing the problem. Wow. They are normally terrible humans. One of my biggest gripes with Atsu's response is that he makes it sound like the main problem I had was that I wasn't invited to Jake's party and that I ruined Atsu's career for it. That's bullshit, okay? I'm sure it contributed some. I'm not sure, right? Because like I think he's talking about the Ying one, right? Ying invited Braxophone to Jake or to Wonto's party, but that was like a private party and Braxophone was not supposed to know about it. It's honestly hurtful that people are willing to ignore the years of being ostracized, ignored, and being shit-talked that came from the initial circle of people. I did make one mistake in assuming everything was Atsu's fault specifically, but that doesn't change these things. You did shit-talk me to other people. Okay, people do that people shit-talk all the time, right? I mean, like, this is like... I mean, like, it's not that big. Is it that big of a deal if somebody shit-talk you? Okay, you did prefer I not hang out around you due to one or two poor interactions. Okay. If somebody doesn't want to hang out with you, if somebody doesn't want to hang out with me, am I going to take it personally? No. Like I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Whether or not you are the ringleader, you still participated, ostracized me, and isolated me. Okay, but it's... Again, I think Atsu has his rights to choose who to be his friends, right? I don't know. All of this is the same thing. Whether or not there was an actual blacklist is just word of mouth. You specifically did not like me and made it clear to your friends. I think all the four of these points is so weird. Like, this is so weird, right? Like, why is this a big deal, right? I feel like he's getting so offended by... If you are a content creator, right? You are a YouTuber, people are going to talk about you. People talk shit about me all the time on Counterside Discord. I remember like when I go to Counterside Discord, people will always like say, oh, GuitarRock sucks, his content sucks, blah blah blah, everything, right? And it happened all the time. Am I going to take it personally? No, like it's just what people do, right? It's people love to do that. Like if you put yourself out there as a YouTuber, it's just going to happen. I'm offended because you don't like me. Most of this is weird. Yeah, this point is... I get it that maybe he wants... You can't expect everybody to like you, right? Yeah, you're not entitled to someone's friendship. Yeah, that's true as well. So these all 4 points is the same thing, literally. It's just he's not happy that Atsu didn't like him, pretty much, right? Wow. Okay, I need you to understand, Atsu, that whether or not you think you do, your words carry an immense amount of weight. My name and reputation were dragged through the dirt for years by you and your friends due to my social anxiety as a result of the pandemic. His friends drag him. I feel like, who is his friends that drag him? I mean, just call them out. Why is Atsu taking the blame, right? I don't understand specifically. My mental health was spiraling every time there was any sort of Hoyoverse official or unofficial event due to being explicitly left out and dragged behind the scenes. My mental health was spiraling every time there's a Hoyoverse official event and I'm left out, my mental health is spiraling. This is no offense, but this is telling me that he's very entitled and he thinks he needs to go to all of these events. Again, you know, like that's just what I'm feeling, that vibe that he needs to be in these events. Like what? I don't know, man. Like why? I can never understand this. Again, I'm not him, right? If you know you're gonna feel bad, why would you go to an event? I'm not sure. Hoyoverse official, unofficial event. Okay. Brain and the bot. Atsu was is entitled. Yeah, it does feel a little bit too entitled, right? I won't blame my friends for trying to hang out with the cool kids, but I will be upset when I'm actively being bullied by bigger creators in the community. But what's the bully here though? I think if somebody don't want to be friend with you, I don't think that's a bully, right? I would love if he can I would love to hear his side. Like, did Atsu did anything else or just this thing? I don't think this thing is bully. Shit talk people shit talk you, is that considered bully? I'm not sure, right? This one is just they don't want to be friends with you. This one is doesn't want to be in the same event. I'm not sure, right? Any social event you got to when you aren't close to the host deserve to be praised. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to know what happened specifically. Is there anything else? I know you specifically say, I hope people do not feel obligated to avoid people for my sake. But when you go into the Discord server full of content creators and influencers who are at the forefront of our specific space and mention that you specifically do not like me and proceed to talk shit with a group of people and laugh at me, don't you think that might have consequences for me? I don't think it does, actually. I actually don't think it does. If you go to a... Why would it matter though? People trash talk... Yeah, I actually don't think it does, because let's bring up some example. Look at Tecton right now. A lot of people shit talk Tecton, and people say that people don't like Tecton as much, but I think a lot of people still like him. Some people still watch him. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. He's making it more bigger. People can shit talk you, it's just a matter if you care about it. Yeah, I think that's how it is, right? There's a lot of examples that I can bring up, but I actually don't think it matters ultimately, right? Business and friendships don't mix. Who's at fault? But all this definitely start from Brax. Damn, Brax apparently had a contract with Hoyo as well, from what I can understand, and was being left out of those events that he's talking about. That means he's not left out, right? If you have Hoyoverse contract? Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. This is so middle school. This shit is so effing middle school. This also applies to the OTV event we were at, but you already spoke on that and apologized. I think what's more middle school is Brax is getting too offended by this. Please understand that I did not kill your career. Genshin viewership has been going downhill for a while. Genshin creators are falling off because COVID buff is over, and guess what? Games lose active players over time. That's how it is. While Atsu may not have been in the wrong for everything I initially stated, he absolutely was wrong for mocking me in front of his friends, lying to me about it, and continuing to maintain that he did no such thing while posting screenshots of himself just doing that. What was the screenshot? Did he do that? I'm not into the drama outside of what GuitarRock covered, but the last couple of days, all of this feels like Brax doing. Probably, right? Probably Brax did something and then Tecton amplify it or something, I don't know. No person is infallible, okay? I have admitted multiple times now that I was wrong in some of my assumptions, and I am incredibly insulted that he would turn around and use this to try and villainize me, as though the years I spent an outcast in every social circle of my peers mean nothing. He lied to me, and he lied to his audience in posting what he did. Okay, he lied to Braxophone. I hope you feel better getting everything off your chest, genuinely. I don't want you to be hurting the way you are, and I hope at this point you at least understand my point of view completely. I didn't want to have to do this again, but I was cornered under the false pretense of lying about everything I said. I felt like everything was resolved, and I was willing to go on record and reshare what I was wrong about to help clarify everything. But I feel as though I was taken advantage of and betrayed by your post calling me a liar on all fronts and downplaying what happened. Atsu, I genuinely wish you the best and I hope things get better, but I'm not to blame for your mental health. Your spiraling mental does not and will not make me a liar. Did Atsu ever blame Braxophone specifically for his mental health? No, right? I think he didn't blame anyone specifically in the document. He just say these are the things that happen. Your mental well-being should not come at the cost of mine, nor mine yours. And I have to do what I need to do to take care of myself. Your documents and subtweets and malicious rumors have done irreparable damage to my career, my friendships, and my mental health for years. So now he also has mental health. So Atsu has mental health, and now Braxophone also has mental health. So 2 mental health people. Damn. They both have mental health? I didn't know. They both seem normal though. Where does this mental health come from? Damn. They all should mentally give me money. Has he recovered? What mental health exactly, right? Too much Genshin? I'm truly sorry that everything happened to you, and it's mentioned in my first document. I would have taken it straight to you if I wasn't blocked from contacting you on every avenue. Oh, because he was blocked, okay. You feel like Brax is also playing the victim? So Atsu is playing the victim, now Braxophone is playing the victim. Damn. And then Tectong will play the victim. Damn. Please seek the help you need for your well-being and move on without dragging me again to try and lift yourself back up. Also, free Palestine. What is this for? I don't know. Okay. Lastly, to Jake. In your video, you mentioned I doxed you at the time. Your girlfriend. You left out that the entire audio was an accident that stemmed from basically all information being kept from me. I tried to introduce myself to Saki once. Saki who? She didn't give me her name, understandably. But she also didn't tell me she was a VTuber or someone who wished to remain anonymous. The same was true for later that night. I never knew who she was. I have never been a part of circles who ask everyone's permission to post photos, as is evident by the fact that I never asked. We grew up in different circles, and unfortunately, my first experience with any of that was with all of you, who would burn and drag me for it for years. At this point, I don't bear any ill will towards you or Saki, but I would hope that going forward, you will include that it was a mistake that falls on both parties, rather than paint me as a villain. So, what happened is Braxophone go and take a photo with everyone in the group, take the photo of everyone. And then there was one VTuber in the group. And then Braxophone go and post the photo, but Braxophone didn't know that one of them is a VTuber. Braxophone just go and post a photo on his official social media, on Twitter or something. I don't know if this is a private party. If it is a private party, I think you need to ask for permission first, because it's a private party, right? It's like a private thing. People might not want to know publicly. I don't know how this works. I'm not a party person. I've never been to any party. The only party I've been to is my cousin's birthday party when I was 6 years old. That's pretty much it. Not a party kind of guy. I don't have friends to begin with. So I'm not sure what's the correct etiquette for this as well. But I do think that you have to ask. That's what I think. I think accidental doxing, yeah. Basically, if you are a VTuber, people go and post your picture online. You don't want that, right? You ideally don't want that. So, it is a very severe mistake, I feel like. It is a very severe mistake. Can't even tell which side I'm on. Atsu don't invite you either. Yeah, I wouldn't go to a party. If anyone invite me to a party, I wouldn't go to party anyways. I'm not a party kind of guy. I would rather stay at home and play my games. That's just who I am. I chose this life and I enjoy it, right? I need to be invited to parties more. I'm upset. No. I actually love streaming and just like talking about stuff like that, right? But ideally, yeah, I wouldn't know. So what? Okay, here's the thing, right? Why does Braxophone needs to post the photo? Number one, if you go to a party, why do you need to post the photo? You want to post the photo to tell your viewers that you went to a party, right? But it's a private party, so I don't know. It's like, should you be telling people? You wouldn't want to do that? Yeah, I don't even know. For cloud, I guess it's for cloud, right? To show it to the public. I think it's more for like, yeah, to show that you're friends with these creators. Oh, I attended this. I'm part of Genshin group now. I guess so. So what? I think understanding the intention is very important. If the intention is for cloud, I think Braxophone is a little bit wrong here, because he is trying to do it in the sake of for cloud, right? So, but if he's just posting it without, because I can't think of any other reason. Why would you not post There's so many things that we can post on his channel. He's a Genshin content creator. He can post about, oh, Klee is cute, or he can post about, I don't like Nahida, I think she sucks, whatever. But he chose to post a party. I mean, if it's very, 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 very likely it's for clout, so there's that as well, right? It is all very high school level stuff. It is. It is. Going to a private party together with your waifu pillows. That's how people get clout and fame. Yes. So I do think that, I still think he's at fault, even if he didn't know. He's clearly at fault here, because some people just don't want to, don't want you to post pictures like that, right? Especially if it's not your party, right? Especially if it's like, if I go to my friend's party, I would try to ask, hey, can I post this photo online? I would try to do, unless if it's a public place, like, At this point, I don't bear any ill will towards you or Saki, but rather hope that going forward, you will include that it was a mistake that falls on both parties, rather than paint me as a villain. I'm not here to tell you what you do and don't post on your channel, but I absolutely felt like you could have done more to be accurate about that situation. Okay, this is specifically to Tuonto Jake. Alright. High school drama on international level. 100% would respect the guy that showed up with his Daki Makura. Wow. I think COVID really delayed their development. Atsu was low-key right all along, trying to protect himself from cloud chasing content creators, and what happened? Exactly that. I don't know what happens. Again, when you have a lot of friends, they are content creators, stuff like this can happen, I guess, right? None of this would happen without Tectong. You think Tectong caused all of this? Tectong definitely did amplify it to a certain extent for sure, right? But, a lot of this stuff is a little bit, just a bit off-putting, right? I feel like it is getting blown out for sure. You lied that Atsu blacklisted you while you were busy in bed with Hoyoverse? Damn, Braxophone getting called out. Atsu lied about Brax, telling people not to associate with him. He always said thoughts were speculation based on certain things. He never said what you all here running with. It's laughable. Huh. You destroyed a man's career just because you couldn't be friends with his friends. You are so cringe, buddy. Half of the things you mentioned in your original doc were not even true, as you mentioned. But it worked just fine for Tectong and his cronies to spin narratives. So Braxophone destroyed Atsu's career because they can't be friends. Wow. Both of them are just lame. Is Tectong the one take... Okay, can you calm down with that joke? That joke sounds good in anime world. In real world, we don't go too... That's too far, right? This is a real person we're talking about. Brax saying he doesn't have any ill intent while making those assumptions with no strong evidence. I do think that Brax sounds really, really entitled. But at the same time, he's not normal. Like, I'm not trying to be mean here, but he does sound like he's not normal. He sounds like he has really serious mental issue. And if somebody has serious mental issue, they just don't think, right? They just do weird stuff, generally. This drama gave Tectong a chance to strike at Atsu. I do think that, yeah, I'm not sure about what happened between Tectong and Atsu. Tectong and Atsu used to be friends. They were no longer friends. They went their separate ways. And then because Braxophone came out with the document, Tectong has a chance to like attack Atsu, I guess, in a way. But again, I'm not sure what happened in the past, right? I can't say for sure. Apparently they were friends for quite a while. Special. Brax could have some sort of complex. Atsu the seer predicted the drama. But yeah, I feel like sucks when it happens to him, shame. Being stupid, that's not at all what happened, but I understand reading comprehension is rare these days. There's always people like this that defend their favorite content creators, right? For me, I try not to take sides, and I think you guys should not take sides as well. Just, read everything and take everything as it is, right? Again, it's very, very complicated. We probably don't know the full context. Sad to see this happening, but good on you for standing up for yourself and proving all the misinformation wrong. For anyone who is lazy, the important part that should not be missed, 100% read all of it, but this for the people who purposefully don't want to read. It's just 6 pages. I don't think this is a big deal at all. I think like, it's crazy that somebody takes this. Only kids that are like single child will take this as like a big deal, you know? Like if somebody doesn't want to be friends with you, who cares? Like, I don't know. Like, no way people act like that in 2024. No way. Throw him in a dumpster. You're gonna attack both of them. There's only your side. Good. Good for you, right? If somebody doesn't want to be friend with you, come on. Is it that big of a deal? Oh, you don't want to be my friend? You don't want to friend me? Okay. Now we're enemies now? We're enemies. Enemies. Enemies.